Welcome to the NBA's greatest games. Today, we'll take you back into NBA history and relive one of the great matchups as it happened.
Wisconsin, number 1, Wes Matthews. West Virginia Tech, number 3, Sedale Threatt. Number 4, Clint Richardson. Virginia University, number 8, Mark Ivaroni. Syracuse, number 11, Leo Roten. Arizona State, number 33, Sam Williams. Florida A&M, number 45, Clem Johnson. And here come your starters. West Texas State, number 10, Mo Cheeks. Northwest Louisiana, number 22, Andrew Toney. Pittsburgh High School, Virginia, number 2, Moses Mello. North Carolina, number 24, Bobby Jones. University of Massachusetts, number 6, Julius Erving.
And Billy Cunningham tonight goes for playoff victory number 59. Well, if you're not suffering from some kind of an injury, then you're not on one of these two teams. Jim, the injury list is staggering for this contest tonight, and yet everybody is suited and will go in one fashion or another.
And none more heroically than that Maurice Cheeks. As we take a look at the officials for tonight's game, Jack Madden on the far right and Jess Kersey on the far left will be the head officials, and Joe Crawford the alternate. Mo Cheeks, as we pointed out, with back problems, tendonitis of the knee, and 3 stitches over one eye on his forehead, but none of these guys are feeling any pain right now. They just want to go out there and give it their best.
Julius Erving has a groin injury. Bobby Jones has a sprained left foot. He also has tendonitis of the left hand. Clint Richardson has been nursing a kidney problem. Of course, the Nets have their injuries too. Otis Birdsong has a bruised nose. He suffered that from his own teammate when he was cold-cocked by Michael Ray Richardson the other night. Darryl Dawkins getting set to jump against Moses, and we will be underway with what could be a very, very entertaining game, and I'll be surprised if it isn't. The Nets blew out the Sixers in the first 2 games. The Sixers won a couple of tight ones at New Jersey, and here is a bad pass right off the bat into the arms of Michael Ray Richardson. Goes to the hoop and gets the layup off a steal.
Here's one guy, Michael Ray, that's really pumped, and he will attempt to again dominate like he did in game 2. The thing to watch, however, is if he gets too out of control and begins to hurt his teammates.
Sixers looking to go inside, and they get it to Doc right away. Moves on O'Koren, a whistle sounds, and we've got a foul on O'Koren pushing Erving. O'Koren picks up the first foul of the ball game. Bobby Jones in a starting role for the 3rd consecutive time. Bobby did not start a single regular season game this year. Sixers with good movement to their offense. Toney moves inside, gets Birdsong in the air, hits and gets fouled. A possible 3-pointer coming up as Andrew Toney got Birdsong to commit.
Right now the Nets are really inviting the Sixers to shoot that perimeter jump shot, and if Andrew...
Toney is hitting his free throws at 74% in the playoffs, and the Sixers go on top 3-2 on the three-point play. And here's another key, defense, wall to wall. Look at Cheeks picking up Michael Ray Richardson, and that'll chew time off the 24-second clock. We've got a foul. Richardson was not to be stopped, and he threaded two 76ers there, and the foul goes on Bobby Jones. O'Koren to play it in front of the Nets bench. The Nets only once all year lost 3 consecutive games, and they did not do it in the final 6 weeks of the season, according to their notes. Lob pass down low to Dawkins. He dishes back out. Richardson will take the shot, and he hits. Richardson coming off a tough shooting game. He was only 6 for 19 in Game 4.
The whole team is coming off a tough shooting game. They had their poorest shooting game of the entire season in Game 4, so that's a good sign for them.
And we've got an illegal defense call here.
Give Jack Madden credit for picking up on this right away. The Nets, as I started to point out before, really sagging, particularly Buck Williams playing way off Bobby Jones to help out on Moses Malone.
The first one's a warning. The second one's a technical foul. Here's a drive by Tony. Goes the dipsy-do and the pass to Irving. Doc into the middle, but the ball knocked away out of bounds off New Jersey. In the early moments of the first 2 games at the Spectrum, the Nets just ran away from the 76ers and had good leads by halftime. Here's a foul on the inbound. Jack Madden has the call, and it's on Buck Williams, I believe, or is it Dawkins? Dawkins.
And if we're looking for omens from the Philadelphia, and this is so far a closely called game in there.
That's just what you were suggesting, and that would eventually go against New Jersey because they've really had trouble at the line. Tony inside, gets good pressure and can't make the shot. Rebounded by Buck Williams, who has been the top rebounder in the series for New Jersey, and a driving layup by Richardson, who has scored all 6 of the Nets' points. And the Nets lead it by a 6-3 score. Cheeks was hurt in the first minute of Game 4. Here's a Bobby Jones pass that nearly got away. Cheeks drives and throws it up on the run. Goaltending as Dawkins blocks the shot. Cheeks gets the basket.
Good penetration by Maurice Cheeks here, and that ball, as you saw on the downward flight, swatted away by Dawkins. The Sixers might have got a break there. I don't think that was going in.
And they have pulled to within a point now as O'Koren, who at times plays guard, dribbles it up for New Jersey. To Birdsong, and he can't hit. Birdsong has really not been much of a factor in the series. Mo Cheeks sees daylight down the lane. There's O'Koren, shoots over him at the baseline, no good. And rebounded by the Nets, who have had a rebounding edge in all 4 games.
Decidedly so. Over 10 rebounds a game average.
Birdsong from the outside, and the Nets lead it 8-5. Andrew Toney guarded by Birdsong. They've got Doc posted. The pass now to him with O'Koren. He gets double teamed, gives it up for Cheeks. Sixers are going to have to start hitting shots like that if the Nets continue with that type of defense. Michael Ray Richardson, he hasn't missed much yet. 8 points in the first quarter for Sugar. And that's a 5-point New Jersey lead. Billy Cunningham signals for the motion offense. Mo Cheeks at the circle to Irving. The Nets in shooting, by the way, 5 out of 6 in the game. Moses a long way out, challenges with the jump shot. Nets will give him that all night. O'Koren rebounds and gets it ahead to Birdsong. The pull-up jumper by Otis is off target. And the rebound is carried out by Moses, so the Nets keep it. So we just saw a missed field goal attempt for New Jersey, only their second. Quick turnaround by Buck Williams. Buck was saying he wants the ball in this playoff, and maybe he's going to get it. A 7-point New Jersey lead, and this crowd being a little quiet now. One thing about a quick New Jersey advantage like this, it does take the crowd out of the ball game. And they could be a huge advantage for the 76ers. Moses, and they give it to him. He got by Dawkins, and so nobody else decided to help out.
Darrell got caught out of position here, leaning too far to one side, and the good pass set Moses up for the easy dunk.
Anybody else coming over to help out would have surely committed the foul or maybe got maimed. Here's Bobby Jones reaching in on O'Koren to Birdsong. Bank shot far short of the mark. Rebounded by Bobby. A 3-on-1 break. Philadelphia. Tony takes it. He's fouled by O'Koren. The second personal on Mike O'Koren.
Not a classic fast break. The Sixers ended up with the ball away from the other two guys filling up the lanes down there, but Andrew did draw the foul. 2 on O'Koren, who, if he picks up another one, will be out of here for a while.
Tony, the only player on either team who has been at the free throw line tonight. He is 1 for 1. The Nets, the poorest shooting free throw team during the year at 70%, have made only 56% of their free throws in this series. And the Sixers pulled to within 3 at 12-9. Birdsong takes Tony to the middle. The ball knocked away. Tony picks it up on his back. What a steal by Tony. How did he do that? Irving makes a bad pass, but Cheeks recovers as it bounced off O'Koren's hand. Now to Moses, who gets double-teamed immediately. Triple team. And a whistle sounds as the pass comes inside, and we've got a New Jersey foul, and Michael Ray Richardson comes out screaming at Jess Kersey.
There was 3 blue shirts surrounding Malone when he got the ball. Moses finally broke away from the pack, and Darryl Dawkins called for slapping on the wrist after the shot. You watch. Looked like contact was made after the shot.
Well, so far, 5 fouls on New Jersey, 1 on Philadelphia in the total count. 2 each on O'Koren and Dawkins. Malone has not missed a free throw in the series. He's 25 for 25. And now it's only a 1-point lead after the Nets are up by 7. Birdsong down the middle. The ball flies away, and the Nets have lost it. And Stan Albeck, the Jersey coach, said, hey, they knocked it out of bounds, but the call doesn't come. Cheeks on a drive, rebounded by Buck Williams, the top rebounding forward in the NBA. Williams already has grabbed 4 boards tonight.
Averaging 15 a game throughout these 4 games.
That is amazing because he averaged only 12.3 during the year, but that was enough to rank second best behind Moses. Here's Buck. Bobby Jones tried to take one there. A little acting job on Bobby's part, and finally the ball bounces in off O'Koren's follow shot.
Well, the Nets just really pounded the boards there, and O'Koren became an additional factor. It's tough enough to contend with Williams and Dawkins.
Nets ahead 14-11. Tony looks over a wide open middle. Moses posted on the near side. Now the pass comes into Malone. Moses gets it into Irving on the move, and that was not an easy shot for Doc. First score of the game for Julius Irving, who is averaging 17 in this playoff as opposed to a regular season average of 22. A reach in on Irving. Team foul number 2 on the Sixers. And Mark Ivoroni will get the first call off the bench tonight, but first the Sixers call a timeout.
Welcome back to the NBA's greatest game.
There's a familiar sports fan in Philadelphia, the Cars. And Mark Ivoroni, as we pointed out, will come on now at the forward spot, replacing Bobby Jones.
And Mark's job undoubtedly will be to guard Buck Williams. The Sixers have taken their turns on Buck. He's a tough assignment for anybody, particularly to try to block him off the board. All right, they play it into Buck. Ivoroni behind him, and he missed the shot, but the rebound bounces out to O'Koren. Gets it to Dawkins. Double D makes a move. Wrong spot, Richardson, and he is right there. 10 points in the quarter for Sugar. Nets ahead 16-13.
They are sending 3 and 4 men to the offensive board all the time, and it's really paying off for them.
Clint Richardson is at midcourt waiting to come in the next time the clock is stopped. Julius now feeds it inside to Moses. Dawkins right there. He has 2 fouls already, and there's number 3. So we're going to be seeing a lot of Mike Jaminski.
gets it again. A key situation here. As the foul was called before the shot, an elbow move by Dawkins down low, forcing Moses Malone away from the hoop, and Moses actually was behind the basket as a result of that play. Moses back on the line where he's been perfect.
2 for 2 thus far tonight. Dawkins out of the game, and Jaminski is in. He wears uniform number 42, and he has done a fine job as a backup. A surprisingly effective job turned in by Jaminski. It's a one-point ball game, 16-15. Here's wall-to-wall pressure, but the Nets handle it as Jaminski remains back. Birdsong moving on Tony. Buck Williams posted with Ivaroni, makes the pass inside to Birdsong. Tony had come over to help out on the post, and that left Birdsong open. 18-15 as the Nets remain ahead. The Sixers had just one lead. Shooting at the basket in front of their own bench here in the first half. Billy Cunningham is easily able to call the offensive plays. Moses gets fed again, moves on Jaminski. Long shot, no good, and O'Koren wrestles the rebound away from Buck Williams. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. It's been a fast-paced quarter. There haven't been that many fouls. Richardson with a wild shot that time. And we've got a foul on the follow-up. It'll go against Buck Williams.
Moses Malone has good position here, but the Nets have been used to really pounding that board so much that they don't regard Moses as a factor there. They go for the ball anyway, and this time a foul called.
The Nets have won the boards in every game in this series, and they're winning them tonight 9-2, according to Bob Winheim's unofficial account, which is always very close. Oh, Moses has already been to the line a whole lot more than he was in Game 4 at New Jersey Tuesday night. He is now 5 for 5. He went only twice in that game. And the Sixers pulled to within one, 18-17. Wouldn't go for O'Koren. Richardson tries to power it up and can't. Irving has the rebound knocked away by Sugar, and the Sixers take over.
Dan Allback, what he's saying is, hey, you're calling the cheapy little fouls at that end. Give me the same thing here.
Waiting for Moses to set up in the post. Tony glances over to the bench, and now the ball comes into Moses. He finds Doc, an off-balance shot for Irving. The rebound knocked away by Ivaroni. A loose ball foul has been called. Ivaroni on the personal, his first. 3 team fouls on the Sixers, 4 on the Nets. That same point that Jim was talking about. The Nets are in the penalty, I should say, and they have been for a few minutes now. Down into the corner, the Birdsong goes to Jaminski. Not much of an offensive threat, and he threw up a brick right there. Here come the Sixers. No chance to run, but a chance to post Malone. Tony with a jumper and a foul.
And a good job by Andrew leaning into Otis Birdsong, got him in the air, and Andrew actually wanted to foul more than he wanted the shot. So he will go the line with 2, and Birdsong now picks up his second foul.
You know, in this series, the Nets bench has outscored the Sixer bench, and we're going to be seeing a lot of the Nets bench tonight, I'm sure, because they're picking up fouls at an alarming pace. Every starter but Richardson has fouled a minimum of 2 times, and Dawkins has 3. He's out of there. The Sixers have not missed a free throw tonight. 10 for 10. And the Sixers back on top for just the second time. It's 19-18. Here's Ivaroni grabbing Richardson, and a blocking foul on Ivaroni. 4th team foul on the Sixers. Mark picks up his second. Birdsong fires away and scores. That's the 3rd field goal of the quarter for Birdsong. Nets reclaim the lead 20-19. Tony puts a great shake move on Clint Richardson, then lost the ball. What a shame. He did a nice job on Richardson. Birdsong gives it up to Jaminski, traveling.
Well, the strategy backfired. New Jersey really wants to push the ball up in a hurry, and that time the ball went up faster than Mike Jaminski could get in position.
So far, there has been no dominant team. They both played it very, very close here in the opening quarter. Clint Richardson drives, an offensive foul, no basket. A charge on Clint, his second personal foul. Turnovers have been kept to a minimum, 3 on each side. Number 55, Albert King, enters the New Jersey lineup now. And he is in for Michael Corrin, who is having his left shoulder looked at. I believe it is a superficial skin wound rather than a damage to the muscle or something. Well, we'll see. Birdsong trying to get involved in the offense tonight, and he certainly is. That's 8 points for Otis. 22-19, New Jersey.
Birdsong can score in heavy traffic because he releases the ball so quickly. He'll get up there and get the shot off before the bigger people can get in position to block him.
Here's the pass inside to Tony, a beauty. 9 points in the quarter for Tony. 22-21, the Nets, 2.5 to go in the opening quarter. They feed it into Buck Williams, makes the move, and a drop-in pass on top of Ivaroni, the second field goal for Williams. Very briefly, the Nets led by 7. Otherwise, it's been a very tight ball game. Sixers not posting Malone right here, and Tony takes a jump shot and hits it. An 11-point quarter for Tony. He's the top man in the game. Michael Ray Richardson, the top man on Jersey's side, he has 10. Jaminski right there with Moses. It's good, and there's a foul. Moses had contact with Jaminski, and that'll put the Sixers in the penalty with 1:48 left to go in the quarter.
One of the real unsung heroes in this series, Mike Jaminski here going up, and Moses Malone really contested that shot, but to no avail, and Jaminski with a 3-point play opportunity here. The score is the Nets 26 and the 76ers 23. First time the NBA has gone to this 5-game format in quite a while, and it's turning out to be rather interesting. All but one of the series has come down to this 5th game. And the home court advantage has been not really an advantage. There have been numerous games won away from home.
The Lakers, of course, the one team that ripped through the series in 3 games. They beat Kansas City, and the question now is, will they be favored because of freshness? The rest of these games have really been a war. Here's Jaminski at the free throw line, and there has to be a physical price paid for this kind of activity. Jaminski puts up a brick, and the Nets continue to have problems at the free throw line. That's their first attempt in this game. As we say, for the series, they are hitting at 56%. Nets have a 3-point lead. Birdsong can't get free of Malone. King drives in, cracks into Bobby Jones, hits the shot and draws the foul. Billy Cunningham thought it had to be an offensive foul, but it's going the other way.
You be the judge. Looked like Bobby had those 2 big feet of his planted.
There's the first free throw of the game for New Jersey. The Sixers have outscored the Nets at the line 11-1. But the Nets lead the game by 6 at 29-23. Well, that's a strange turn of events right there. Clint Richardson gives to Bobby Jones. Moses posted. Bobby moves down, couldn't get the ball to him, so Jones takes the jumper. It's no good. And Buck Williams takes it away from Ivaroni. Just over a minute left in this first quarter. Michael Ray Richardson sometimes doesn't get the rest of his teammates involved. He'll put that ball on a string like he's doing right now. Pass into Buck, who bangs in there with Ivaroni. Hits it up short, rebounded by Mark. To Tony, middle of a break. Shovel pass to Clint Richardson, foul. No basket. The foul will go on Albert King.
Well, one of the price the Nets have to pay now, since they are pounding the offensive boards, they are vulnerable to the break. If the Sixers can just get it out in a hurry, and that time they did catch the Nets with a 3-on-2 mismatch.
Maurice Cheeks is back in the game, resting Andrew Toney now. You can see what Cunningham is doing tonight. He's going to go with a tight rotation, and he's going to be shifting troops in and out of the ball game to try to keep everybody fresh, because he's not going to go that far down his bench. 29-25 New Jersey. Less than a minute to go in the quarter. Otis Birdsong, good. And the Nets have returned to their hot shooting ways. They had a great shooting percentage in the first 4 games of the series, and then they fell way down in game number 4. First 3 games they were hot and cold then in game 4. Ivoroni dropped the ball. Moses tries to pick it up. Jump ball. Buck Williams comes in to tie up Ivoroni, and they will jump it up with 21 seconds left in the quarter. On those shooting figures, the Nets were at 54% in the first 3 games, but 41% on Tuesday night. Nets by 6 with 21 seconds left to go in the quarter, and the timer has been turned off. So we have to charge the Sixers with a turnover on that one, their 4th of the ball game. Here's Darwin Cook just off the Jersey bench. And they are holding for 1. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Albert King takes a tough shot. Out of bounds, and the buzzer sounds. So that's the end of the first quarter here at the Spectrum tonight. And the score, the New Jersey Nets 31, the Sixers 25.
Welcome back to the NBA's greatest game.
The Nets leading, as you see, by 6. It's been quite a while since the Sixers have failed to get past that first round in the playoffs. As a matter of fact, they've got to go back to 1976, and that year they were defeated by the then Buffalo Braves, losing 2-1 in a 3-game series. And the irony of that, the further irony, is that both of those losses were at home. They did manage to win the 1 game up in Buffalo. Clement Johnson will come on to spell. Well, Clement's actually going to go into the front court now. So the Sixers going with a twin tower attack here.
That's right. Julius Erving is getting a break right now. Moses remains in the lineup, and the Nets lead it by 6 points. Clement Johnson has not played many minutes since game 1 of this series. Darwin Cook moves on Mo Cheeks, gets it off to Birdsong, who travels. That's 4 turnovers on each side. So the Sixers go with Clint Richardson and Mo Cheeks on the back line. Moses Malone at center, Bobby Jones and Clement Johnson at forward. The Nets are going with Birdsong and Cook. Jaminski is in the middle. Albert King is up front with Buck Williams. Bobby Jones shot an air ball, but the Nets carried it out. That's right, the Sixers keep the ball. Jaminski carried it out. Jess Kersey, who made the call, looked like he was confused as to which direction to point there for a moment, so we had to hold up on the call. Inside to Clement, shoots at close range, can't score it though. And the rebound out to Buck Williams. Darwin Cook feeds King and feeds him by too much. And the Nets turn it over on consecutive possessions.
It has not been easy getting a good shot inside against these guys.
No. Here's Cheeks for the open shot, but not there. And the rebound's going to result in an easy one. Here goes Cook. And a fast break basket for New Jersey. And the Nets have their biggest lead, an 8-pointer, 33-25. They are going to get Michael Ray Richardson back in their lineup, and Julius Erving has seen his rest period come to an end. Nearly stolen. Cheeks down the lane, takes it right to the hoop. The second basket for Maurice. And we've got a foul.
And a costly foul. Birdsong had the ball stripped away by Mo Cheeks, and then when he went to try and get for the foul, watch this play all the way by Mo Cheeks. reach-in foul by Birdsong, his third.
That's correct, and Birdsong goes out of the game now. Michael Ray Richardson was ready to come in and take his place anyway. Cheeks has trouble making the pass, but gets it to Malone. Moses to the hoop, and he's fouled. The Nets are really playing the passing lanes especially tough tonight, but they are drawing a record number of fouls, too. That's the first on Michael Ray Richardson. Billy Cunningham makes a point. The Nets lead it 33-27, despite their propensity toward fouling in this game.
There was another one that they got away with.
They did that time. Buck Williams was all over Tony. Feed it into Malone, up against Jaminski. Makes the pass. 3 seconds. They could have called that either on Moses or Clement Johnson. Probably it was called on Johnson. We played 2 minutes of the second quarter, and the Nets continue ahead by 6. Michael Ray blocked by Clement Johnson. And the Sixers come up with it. That ball was kicked. A kick steal by Cook, and whenever that happens, they stop the clock.
A big play by Clement Johnson down the other end. There it is, Richardson, who has had his way driving down that lane, not this time.
Clement Johnson plays it back in. The Sixers go for the alley-oop, and Moses Malone scores. That's Moses' second field goal. He has 10 points. And the crowd erupts as the Sixers move to within 4 of New Jersey. Albert King goes down to Jaminski, moves on Clement Johnson and gets right in tight. Second field goal for Jaminski. His other was a jump shot. So far, both teams have played under a reasonable pace. There hasn't been any helter-skelter play here tonight, even though it has been a fairly physical game. Cheeks with a jumper. Sixers are not hitting those open shots. King rebounds it out to Richardson. Shoveled across to Cook, back inside, and a basket by Michael Ray. 12 points for Richardson.
And here's an example of that fast break we're talking about, where Michael Ray Richardson ends up with the ball and an easy 2 points. He is off and running to another fine first half of scoring. Remember, back in game 1 he had, or game 2 rather, a 24-point first half, and he's doing pretty well tonight so far. At this point, Michael Ray with 12.
And he and Buck Williams are 2 of the Nets who have been able to stay out of foul difficulties. They each have drawn just 1. Here's Julius Erving with a bank shot that's short. And the Sixers just don't have any offensive rebounds in this game at all. Down the lane, blocked by Clement Johnson, his second block shot. Tony moves it up on Darwin Cook, but waits for help. Now Andrew goes to work. He's stripped of the ball, and we've got a foul. The third team foul on New Jersey. In the opening quarter tonight, the Nets out-rebounded the Sixers 13-7. And the Nets outshot Philadelphia 56% to 40%.
And were this not a closely called game, the Sixers would be in real trouble, because at this point they have only made 6 field goals. Their points are coming from the line.
And there's another one. Sixers have not missed a free throw tonight. Whoops. But Jack Madden has a violation, and Tony's going to shoot it again, so that doesn't count. A lane violation, giving Andrew another try at that second attempt. Well, the second try didn't help, did it? Nets by 7, 37-30. They are taking a fast break when they have a chance, but in this case and in many others, they are moving up slowly and going to a set offense. Darwin Cook gives it up to Richardson. 5 on the timer as Jaminski gets it. Sixers have tightened their defense. Desperation shot by Buck Williams, and a rebound by Erving, who falls down with it, but kept it. So great defense by Philadelphia that time, causing the Nets to take a shot with 2 on the timer. It's getting physical down there. Bodies are starting to fly. Traveling. The Nets Nets are going to bring Otis Birdsong back into the game. He will be in for Darwin Cook. But they're not going to let him in right now. Jess Kersey said he did not report properly and said you'll have to wait till next time. Albert King moves on Julius. Back off to Richardson. Cheeks was overplaying him, so Clint goes in the lane, gets Cheeks in the air, but misses the shot. Irving with the board. Doc, nobody to work with, has to wait for help. 7 minutes left in the first half. Julius with a straightaway shot, no good. Sixers can't buy the free shots. Up front to Cook. What a move by Darwin Cook. Here's a guy supposed to be on the bench right now, and he makes a play like that.
The Nets have so much confidence in Williams and Jaminski and Dawkins that they break on every outside shot, and they get the free buckets. 39-30 here with 7:08 left to go, and we'll be back after this.
Welcome back to the NBA's greatest game.
I think the Nets are probably happy with their performance so far, Jim. I don't believe they're too happy, though, with the way this game is being called, feeling as though the majority of the fouls are being called on them, which is undeniable at this point. But I think Stan Albeck feels as though the game is not being called, the same at both ends of the court. Bobby Jones back in for the Sixers now, replacing Clement Johnson. So the Sixers go with Cheeks and Tony, Moses Malone, Bobby Jones and Julius Irving, their starting five. The Nets have a 9-point lead, their biggest of the first half, and here's a steal. A 3-on-1 jersey break. And they lead by 11. 41-30.
They really have disrupted the Sixers set offense here. Sixers half-court offense is struggling.
And they're not hitting their jump shots even when they have them. Here's a long try by Tony. That one goes whistling in. 14 for Andrew. He's been the one Sixer, along with the free throws by Moses Malone, who's been able to score tonight. And Cheeks here trying to bother Michael Ray Richardson. Finds Birdsong coming from behind the pick. Shot is off target. And Moses Malone is fouled by Jaminski. Team foul number 4 on the Nets. The Sixers do not have a team foul here in the quarter. We played halfway through the second quarter right now, and the Nets ahead by 9 points. Tony in the corner gets picked up in a hurry by Michael Ray Richardson. Tony fires. That ball hit the top of the backboard and still almost went in. Here's a 3-1 break. Cheeks in the middle. And King has it spill out on him. Rebounded, however, by Birdsong. Seems like the Nets are getting all the rebounds. King misses again. And we've got a pushing foul here on Michael Ray Richardson. That will put the Nets in the penalty. And Stan Albeck says we can't buy a break.
Now you can't win for losing sometime. The Sixers finally got an offensive board, couldn't convert it, and then were really vulnerable to the fast break. But fortunately, the Nets struggled as well, and Moses Malone back to the line.
6 for 6 on the line for Moses. And in the series, he is a perfect 30 out of 30. How about that? Here's a guy that during the year made 3/4 of his shots. What'll happen toward the end of a game or later in a ball game when fatigue starts to set in, it becomes more difficult to make your free throws. Here Moses makes 1 of 2, and the Nets lead at 41-33. Birdsong now directing traffic. Over to Michael Ray Richardson. Cheeks has him. Drop it into Jaminski. He gets hammered. Darryl Dawkins picked up 3 early fouls tonight. Malone picks up this foul here. And then when Darryl went to the bench, he has not come back. Jaminski is one of the Nets who can make free throws. 80% for the year, 85% in the playoffs. Nets have not had many tries at the line. That's their first free throw attempt here in this quarter. Nets by 10, 43-33, 5.5 minutes till halftime. This game has been a good game, a physical game. It hasn't, however, had the high emotional pitch that we've seen in the other games so far. Moses hammered inside, and the ball goes to Jersey. They got away with one there, I believe.
Not
and
there.
A charging foul on Richardson. Number 3 on Michael Ray.
Here's the one flaw in his game. He just gets goofy sometimes and commits an unnecessary foul there.
In the personal foul department, New Jersey 15, the Sixers 8. Irving, bank shot good. That's the second field goal for Irving, 43-35. Now the Nets being patient, setting it up here. They play again to Jaminski. Ball gets away, bad pass. Irving moves it up front to Bobby Jones. This is Bobby's game. That's where Bobby Jones is at his best. And New Jersey takes the timeout.
Win or lose, that man Stan Albeck will get some votes for Coach of the Year this year. We'll get a couple for sure if he wins.
Now the Sixers in the midst of a comeback here, again being cheered by the crowd. And remember what they're playing for. The right to meet the winner of the Atlanta-Milwaukee series in a best-of-7. The winner of that series then goes on to the Eastern Conference Championship round, most likely against the Boston Celtics. You have to put it that way. That ball bobbled in midair, but no turnover is called. Billy Cunningham 1-1. But King gets it into the forecourt with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first half.
Bobby Jones on Albert King. Albert King's been the best bench player in this series so far, but he hasn't been a factor yet.
Inside to Buck Williams, and it rims on Buck. He gets it back up a second time and scores. Incidentally, the New Jersey bench has outscored the Philadelphia bench tonight 13-2. It's 45-37. The Nets, they once held an 11-point lead. That was their biggest. Inside to Moses. Moves on Jaminski. 13 for Moses. That lead down to 6. Sixers have about cut it in half. Stolen by Cheeks. He stepped in front of Richardson. Give it back to Bobby Jones. No basket. A foul before the basket. No basket.
Well, a strange foul. Oh, I thought it was Michael Ray Richardson. I beg your pardon. Give the foul to Albert King. It would have been a very bad foul had Richardson taken it because he already has 3. But King picks up the foul. It's only his second.
And he goes to the bench now, replaced by Michael Koren. So free throws coming here for Mo Cheeks, who has not been on the line tonight. Mo has been held to 4 points. He's hitting fouls in this series at 82%. Sixers have made a lot of headway at the free throw line tonight. They have been out field goaled badly by New Jersey. It's a 4-point ball game, 45-41. Sixers in the midst of a good stretch right here. The Jersey offense has gone flat. Turnaround by Birdsong, no good. Battle for the board. Sixers win this one. Julius Irving to Cheeks. And we have a whistle and a goal. A goaltender. Cheeks will get the basket, and the Sixers are within 2 points.
Automatic when you pin that ball against the glass, which is what Buck Williams does. You see it right there.
And this crowd now is suddenly really in this ball game, seeing the Sixers come from 11 down to get within 2. No basket, but we've got a foul. Second personal on Julius, second team foul. 2:57 left until halftime, and free throws coming for Buck Williams, who has really struggled. Buck is 48% from the line in this series. He was only 57% during the year.
When balls bounce, he's just got a bad rotation on the ball.
Well, he's able to make 1 out of 2. It's 46-43, the Nets. Here's Tony in the corner. What a first half he has had. Bobby Jones inside to Tony. O'Koren has Tony. What a tough shot. Over top the taller Mike O'Koren. He hit that over a 6'7" forward. And the Sixers within 1 point now. Birdsong looks it over, moves on Tony, goes inside with the big guys, has the shot blocked, and here's a chance to go ahead. And a foul. Dubinsky goes down hard on one of the, or O'Koren does rather, on one of the cameramen. O'Koren draws the personal, his third. O'Koren, Dawkins, Birdsong, and Richardson all have 3 fouls.
This is our cameraman, and what a view you're going to have. Welcome Mike O'Koren to your living room. He went all the way back to the kitchen.
That's a great shot. So now Cheeks can put the Sixers ahead from the free throw line. That ties it. 46 all. Darwin Cook replacing Birdsong for the Nets. 2:18 left in the first half. Sixers take the lead 47-46. They trail 41-30. 19 for 21 at the free throw line for the 76ers. O'Koren to Dubinsky. He puts it up, but it won't fall. The Nets have gone ice cold from the floor. Bobby Jones hits it up too hard. O'Koren rebounds out to Cook. Moses in the middle. Dubinsky jam. Moses caught that time with no help. Nets 48, Sixers 47.
Welcome to the Penn Relays.
Really? They got to be getting a little winded out there right now. Des Kersey blows the whistle. And a foul here called against Darwin Cook.
Now that's illegal defense against Cook. The Sixers set up with 4 guys on the sidelines practically to challenge the Nets to come out and play some defense. And this time it's a technical foul. Darwin Cook, the guy, the culprit in there, who wasn't particularly guarding anybody. Everybody just standing around catching their breath. I never saw 10 guys beat.
Oh, they're all beat, you know, and in a strange sequence, Jim. I just saw Mike O'Koren come over and try to console Maurice Cheeks a little bit. It was really strange. He put his hand on his rump and kind of patted him a bit. Now, Stan Albeck is really upset with something.
He wants to coach the defense. He doesn't want the officials to do it.
The game is tied 48 aside with 1.5 minutes to go in the first half. Tony draws double coverage, back out to Cheeks. Andrew launches one, good. And the Sixers lead by 2 for the first time. 50-48. They had 3 one-point leads. And here's a foul. This will be on Mark Iavaroni. He'll draw his third and, his second foul. We've got a foul, a technical foul called on Stan Albeck.
Well, that's as calm as he's been for a long time.
Well, you can't say that Stan didn't work for that one. He's been up.
I'm not so sure it wasn't John Killalay, because John John has that Irish temper.
Well, they have both been working the officials. Irving hits the free throw. Doc now with 6 points. 51-48, the 76ers. Clement Johnson checking in for Philadelphia right now.
About 17,000 fans just checked in, too. They're back in this game.
You bet they are. Minute 12 left to go in the... Buck Williams in heavy traffic. And the net shooting percentage has really taken a dive in the second quarter. And that's given the Sixers a chance to get their fast break going. Oh, Cheeks, good, a 5-point lead. 53-48.
We've got some problems underneath the hoop. Mike Cheminsky and Mark Ivaroni started it. And then Clement Johnson went over to talk to Mike Cheminsky, and now Michael Ray Richardson has really flipped out.
Well, that timeout was taken to allow everybody to cool down a little bit. And now we've got less than a minute to play here in the first half. Michael Ray Richardson gets it up front. It's a 5-point Philadelphia lead after they had never been ahead by more than a point throughout the first quarter and a half of this game. Really, here's Darwin Cook missing a shot. The Nets can't buy a shot. A Philadelphia foul coming up. Sixers now will try to use most of this time. They can't use it all. A fine recovery by the 76ers tonight, who are down by 11. Now lead by 3. Cheeks to the hoop. Nets get a hand on it. Ivaroni recovers, takes the shot, and a 24-second violation before the Ivaroni shot. 6 seconds left now for the Nets to get something. Richardson down to one knee. O'Koren, three-point try. It's off the back iron. So it's halftime at the Spectrum. We've had tempers flaring, and we've had a very physical ball game. And at the half, the Sixers are ahead 53-50.
To the NBA's greatest game.
The Sixers getting set with their same starting lineup that began the game. Mo Cheeks and Andrew Toney at the guards. Bobby Jones and Julius Erving up front along with Moses Malone. Here we go.
All right, Jim, and the Nets are also starting their same starting 5. And O'Koren is bringing the ball up, which is a kind of a switch. He's played by Julius Erving. Here it comes into Michael Ray Richardson, and he can't get the shot. The Nets shooting in the second quarter fell off to 33%. And believe it or not, the Sixers also won the boards in the quarter, 11-10. A complete reversal from the opening period tonight. And so as we start this third quarter, 3. Toney squared up on Birdsong, goes inside and makes a bad pass. Richardson throws it away as well, but Birdsong is there to save him. He recovered the ball, even though he was not in shooting position at that point. O'Koren from the corner. Now moves inside. The rebound to Moses Malone.
And quickly the Nets drop back. They've had to adjust and stop that break.
Cheeks on an off-balance play, driven in by Bobby Jones.
Well, another great effort by Bobby Jones here, and Buck Williams misses a rebound for one of the rare times in this series.
And so the Sixers score first in the second half and reclaim a 5-point lead. It's 55-50. Birdsong. The drop-off pass to Double D. A shoulder into Moses. He fell down. Dawkins missed the shot. And here comes Erving. Stolen by Birdsong off the shovel pass. Moses is back. Dawkins, and that's his first points tonight. 55-52. In the first half, because of foul troubles, Dawkins was held to 6 minutes. And during that time, he had only one shot. Bobby Jones looks for Moses, then goes with the jumper as time was running out. 57-52, the Sixers. The final half of basketball for one of these two teams. The other will go on and play the winner of the Milwaukee-Atlanta series. Down to Dawkins. Double D takes the move on Moses. Moses was right there with a challenge that time. Bobby Jones throws it away, intercepted by Birdsong. Inside to Michael Ray Richardson, and he scores. Turnovers, 10 for New Jersey, 9 for Philadelphia. It's a 3-point game. Sixers up. These teams seem to be so tired that you wonder, even when they get a chance to run, do they really want to? Here we are just in the early moments of the third quarter, and they're looking tired already. A steal by Birdsong goes on Tony, puts it up and in.
Sixers are going to call an early 20-second timeout here, and if it's fatigue, then Sixers are having some problems, because they're going to have to dig down and come up with as much as they can muster here. Otis Birdsong with the layup. Elsewhere tonight in a very important game as far as this particular one here is concerned. Out in Milwaukee, the Bucks lead the Hawks at the end of one, 22-18. The winner of that series will play the winner of this series beginning on Sunday at 3:30. There it is. And if the Sixers should survive tonight, they will host game one of the next series right here at the Spectrum beginning at 3:30 on Sunday.
Dallas and Seattle are tied 49 all. They are at halftime. Tony has it blocked by Dawkins. A follow-up shot will not go, and now we've got a foul. That'll go on Andrew Toney, his first of the ball game. And the Nets have sideline possession. The Sixer lead down to 1, 57-56. Very interesting ball game, and both teams really giving it their all here tonight, despite the fact that they are bruised and tired. Up and good for Birdsong, who recovers from poor shooting earlier in the series to get a 16-point game going. And the Nets are back up 58-57. Julius in the post, a shovel play for Doc, and it goes in.
That was an amazing shot. He did it left-handed, off balance, but put it up so delicately that if he got it up there, he had a decent chance of getting the roll.
59-58, the 76ers. Nets now shooting at the basket in front of Philadelphia's bench, and vice versa. And we've got a foul. Birdsong fouled on the pass-off by Tony, his second. And it wasn't on the pass-off either. They're going to send Birdsong to the free throw line. Even Stan Albeck's a little surprised at that, I believe. And Birdsong at 46% here in the series. That's incredible for a guy who can hit him from not good from the field. High ball game, 59 all. 8 minutes left in the third quarter, a sold-out Spectrum. Last year, the Sixers sold out 5 of their 7 home playoff games. Tony working inside. Here's Mo Cheeks. No good. Rebounded by Moses. Follows up on Dawkins. Can't get it, and Buck Williams rips it down. Birdsong moves on Cheeks. There's a collision. It is no good, but a foul. Number 1 on Cheeks tonight. And Birdsong's going to be back at a spot that he doesn't particularly appreciate, that free throw line.
Sixers running into a cold spell here, enabling the Nets to claw back. And now they take the lead.
Birdsong makes his first. He's got an 18-point ball game working. He averaged 20 points a game during the year. Offensive rebound by Buck Williams to Birdsong. Misses a layup. Malone for the rebound. Cheeks ahead to Tony. Tony fires to Cheeks at the baseline, and Bobby Jones holds Cheeks with a great assist.
Well, the extra pass here by Mo wasn't about to try and take it up over Buck Williams.
Sixers back on top, 61-60. Here's O'Koren at the top of the circle. Doc is guarding him. Travel. Otis Birdsong couple of times tonight. The Sixers take a timeout. 6:53 remaining third quarter. Philadelphia 61, New Jersey 60.
Milwaukee increasing their lead over the Atlanta Hawks in Game 5 there. And Dallas and Seattle, who have gone to the buzzer, I think, in 3 of the 4 games. Again in a tight one.
And there won't be much rest for the weary because, for the most part, those series are going to begin on Sunday, and one of them is going to begin on Saturday. Sixers lead it by a point, 61-60, 6:48 left to go here in the third period. Ivoroni is now in the Sixer lineup, replacing Bobby Jones, and Jack Madden has stopped the play. He's got a foul. I believe it's on Dawkins.
Dawkins going to be called for, I believe, putting both hands on. Well, first of all, he started with the elbow and then came up with pressure from behind.
Double D becomes the first to pick up number 4. And Rutoni moves in, gets a good shot away, no good. Rebound, Ivoroni puts it back up, won't go. Moses Malone jams it. 15 for Moses.
Big factor here was Moses Malone took himself out of rebounding position when he tried to block that shot. Sixers kept it alive from there.
It's a 3-point Philadelphia lead halfway through the third quarter. Buck Williams in the post. Ivoroni now guarding. Buck with an off-balance shot is perfect with it. He has 11.
A big advantage there for the Nets. Mark just can't stay with Buck Williams.
And that's the reason that Mark did not play in the Sunday game, but then they came back and had a fairly successful 26 minutes on Tuesday night. And Billy rotating him again in the forward spot tonight. Moses moves on double D. He's right there. How about that shot for Moses? Dawkins right in his face. That was big man against big man. Moses and Dawkins battling at the other end. Offensive foul on Dawkins. And Dawkins is burned up. He has held his temper pretty well in this series, but he is burned up now as he gets number 5.
Moses Malone intimidated Dawkins, got him in a little bit of a shoving match and got the temper started, and Darryl lost his cool out there. The actual confrontation started sooner than that. And give Moses all the credit for kind of lulling Dawkins into that.
Ivoroni with the follow shot. That's the first score of the night for Ivoroni, and the Sixers lead by 5, 67-62. Jaminski is in the Nets lineup, replacing Darryl Dawkins. Well, there's still a lot of pushing and shoving going on. Here's O'Koren down to the hoop, and he was fouled. And O'Koren winds up in a heap at the basket support, and he is hurt. O'Koren is down.
Here's the drive by Michael O'Koren. When contact is made, he goes hard into the standard. As you see, he's out of control and then falls and bangs himself against the base of the standard.
Trainer Fritz Matzman is out having a look at Mike O'Koren, who hasn't moved since he went down against that basket support. Dr. Clancy went over to see if he could offer any assistance, and apparently it was rejected, so maybe O'Koren is not that seriously hurt.
He's a tough cookie. It's going to take an awful lot to keep him down and out. He lost his balance and went back first into that standard and came down hard.
Up trying to walk it off is Mike O'Koren, saying, hey, I'm okay now. Mike out of North Carolina. The personal fouls, by the way, are starting to even up a little bit now. New Jersey 18 and Philadelphia 16. It was 17-10 at the half.
And a real burden now on the shoulders of Mike Jaminski. He's got a pair of wide shoulders, but he's going to have to play a long time now. with Dawkins in real trouble with 5 personal fouls.
Now O'Koren at the free throw line in the series is only 2 out of 2. That's all the chances he has had. (67-63), and it looks to me as though O'Koren is still a little bit woozy. 25-year-old forward, 6'7", 215 pounds.
Now the 76ers really went to a running game with Dawkins out in the second quarter, but it might be too early in this game to go that way right now. You might save it.
Ivoroni under pressure here from Buck Williams. He's looking for help. 10 on the timer. 5 on the timer. Cheeks falls down, but it comes to Doc, who shoots with 3. No good. Moses Malone for the drop-in. Another dividend here in the quarter. 71-69, the Sixers. Lob pass inside, and that was a bad pass. No way that Buck Williams could handle that. It was tipped out. Sixers will keep it. 2:08 left to go in a high-spirited third period. Ivoroni the trigger under the Sixer basket as Billy Cunningham calls the play from the other end. Jaminski slapped it away from Moses. And King winds up with it. The turnovers have been about even. 14 for Philadelphia, 13 for New Jersey. Those are the game totals at this point. Sugar Ray with the ball on a string. He'll do that. King gets the open shot and he sticks it. Albert King, and he only has 5 points tonight. King has averaged 16 a game in this series. It's tied at 71. Stan Albeck leaping off the bench as Ivoroni takes an outside shot and puts it in. Mark Ivoroni, maybe his longest shot of the year. Sixers by 2. Lob pass inside to King. He is fouled. Ivoroni on the personal.
Little defensive breakdown here. Usually when Albert King sticks his first shot, they go to him. They look for him all over the place because he's a streak shooter. He got open underneath and now will go to the line.
Milwaukee 54, Atlanta 39. That's the halftime score that we had reported to you earlier. King 1 for 2 on the line tonight. He's a 79%er in the series. Sixers by 1 with just over a minute to play in the quarter. 13 minutes left in the ball game. And a whistle. Jess Kersey has a foul, and he's going to call it here on Buck Williams.
Clint Richardson trying to make a move down the center of the floor. Got held up.
Buck draws number 3 and 3 in the team foul department. Bobby Jones moves in but gets it to Moses. Moses played tight by Jaminski. Short with the shot. Rebounded Ivoroni. He's throwing some people around down there. I believe this is the most spirited play from Ivoroni we've seen.
Well, Mark does not possess the greatest tools in the world, but he's just decided tonight to go out, all out as hard as he can, as long as he can. And he has been creating some havoc in there on both Albert King and Buck Williams. Reggie Johnson coming into the game, giving Buck Williams a rest.
And Clement Johnson checks in for the 76ers. A year ago this time, of course, Reggie Johnson was on the 76er team. Ivoroni, who did not score in the first half, has 5 points in the quarter. That last foul was on Albert King. Ed remains 74-72 Sixers. 40 seconds left in the third. Birdsong, he puts it in on the fly. Tough angle shot for Otis Birdsong to tie it. Otis with 22 to lead all scorers. Tony got double teamed and decides to back it off. Goes underneath, gets the layup. Tony's first basket of the quarter. Andrew has 20 in the game, but has been held scoreless in the third till now. 10th in the third. Michael Ray Richardson, he's on target as time expires. So that's the end of the third quarter, and it's locked in a 76-76 tie.
Just 12 minutes of basketball remaining this season for either the 76ers or the New Jersey Nets, and we start those final 12 minutes dead even at 76. And this is going to be as much an endurance contest as it is a basketball game, as both teams have really given themselves completely to this game. As you see the leading scorers thus far, and the crowd on its feet now to rally the Sixers for these final minutes.
Number 12, Darwin Cook, has entered the New Jersey lineup now. Reggie Johnson remains in. Clint Richardson, number 4, is in for the 76ers. They battled through 3 quarters to a standoff, so this one will tell the story, unless, of course, we should go overtime. Clement Johnson, 78-76. Julius Erving picks up an assist on the dish to Clement Johnson. Here's Albert King. He's been relatively quiet tonight. To Sugar on the run, and he ties the ball game. 18 points now for Michael Ray Richardson and a 78-all tie. Win or lose, you got to give the Nets a lot of credit. They just barely made the playoffs this year, and they're really giving the Sixers a battle. A running one-hander by Bobby Jones. He is fouled. You know, on the road this year, the Nets were 16-25. Who would have thought they'd battle so hard here at the Spectrum?
Bobby Jones putting some motion into the Sixer offense right now, and that is creating some openings that did not exist many times tonight, and Bobby will go to the free throw line.
For the first time tonight, we might add. Bobby 89% from the line in this series. The foul was on Albert King as he picked up his 4th. The only player in the game with 5 is Darryl Dawkins. And it will be interesting indeed to see when Stan Albeck decides to use Dawkins here in the quarter. Sixers lead 80-78. Richardson on Richardson right here.
A lot of time being used up. They're not going to get the shot they want.
Down to 4 on the timer. Darwin Cook well off balance, and Bobby Jones rebounds, gets it ahead to Clint Richardson, and scores! Sixers by 4. 82-78. New Jersey takes a timeout.
Sunday, the 53rd annual basketball Old Timers Dinner will be held at Four Chef Restaurant in Philadelphia. That's always a great affair for the basketball buffs. Days gone by, those guys have a lot of fun. Still some tickets available, and you can contact Andy Doherty at 352-1184 for a great time, the 53rd annual Old Timers Dinner.
Zinkoff announcing that we have a sellout crowd here tonight, 17,921, and they are loud right now as the Sixers have taken a 4-point lead. Long way to go, 10.5 minutes left for the Sixers to wrap it up. Here's King going in and then having to pitch back. Outside shot by Cook is no good, and Moses Malone rips it down. Ahead, intercepted by Cook, stolen back by Tony to Richardson. He scores! What a sequence! That's the Sixers' largest lead of the game, 84-78. And they are standing here at the Spectrum right now.
And the Nets have really gotten out of sync right now. They're taking a lot more time to get their shots. That's good defense, of course. but it also might be a little bit of a tightness and a tenseness now on the part of the Nets.
Andrew Toney draws number 3 right here. Each team with 1 foul here in the final period. Birdsong back in and takes the shot right away. It is no good, and the rebound to Moses again. The chairman of the board's coming through.
Just tearing down Mike Jaminski.
Julius underneath, spins it back out to Moses. Oh, he almost lost it. 3 on the timer. Clement Johnson up with 1, and he just did beat the timer, although he couldn't get the field goal. Birdsong moves on Toney, throws it up on the run. No, but Toney draws another foul. That'll be number 4. 9:11 left in the ball game, and the Sixers by 6. Otis Birdsong at the free throw line. He's been the Nets' top scorer tonight, 22 points. Maurice Cheeks is returning. He replaces Toney. And Darryl Dawkins gets up off the Jersey bench. Well, we said it would be interesting to see how he would be used. He comes in for Jaminski with 5 personal fouls and 9 minutes to go. Will he be able to avoid number 6? He is fouled out in 1 of the 4 games thus far. Birdsong makes them both. 84-80. Clement Johnson way out high. Moves on Buck Williams, and we have a jump ball. Buck tied him up.
Jump ball. Buck Williams, Clement Johnson.
Clement Johnson 6'10" against Buck Williams 6'8". And Buck slaps it backward, and King was there to pick it up. So the Sixers have to be charged with their 15th turnover on that play. Here's Double D just off the bench, and a reach-in foul on Cheeks. Well, the foul certainly has swung here in the second half. New Jersey was whistled tightly in the first half. The Sixers have been called on every little foul here in the second half. Ticky-tack, as Chick Hearn would say, huh? Sixers by 4. There goes Albert King, not to be denied that time, and there's a foul as well. Oh, that was a strong power move by Albert.
And one of the few times now it's come easy for the Nets. The Sixers got a little bit careless here with overplay, and King was able to exploit the weak side, and will have a chance for a 3-point play.
The foul was on Clement Johnson. Mark Ivoroni is getting ready to return. No good for King. Ivoroni, originally drafted by the New York Knicks back in '79, played Italian ball a couple of years. The free throw line tonight. Michael Ray in the series is an 80%er. He goes to try to tie it up. So it's 92-92. There, Sixers didn't put the ball in play right away. 4.5 minutes left to go, and this thing is coming right down to the wire. Sixers led by 7 at 90-83, so this is a pretty good comeback by the Nets. There's Bobby Jones just into the game. To Moses, reach around is short, and a Philadelphia loose ball foul, says Jack Madden. Over the top for Ivoroni, number 5 on Mark.
Is usually pretty good at making that loop-to-loop.
Could the Nets really come in here and win 3 games on the Sixer home floor. 2:11 left in the ball game. It seems incredible just to think about that. Bobby Jones with a jump shot. It's off target and a rebound by Buck Williams. Oh, did he go up for that? As we've just hit the 2-minute mark. Michael Ray Richardson calling the play for New Jersey. Darryl Dawkins has played a long time with 5 fouls. Birdsong under pressure. Bobby Jones lost the rebound, but the Sixers get it anyway. They say it went out off Jersey.
Good defense there. A hand in the face of Birdsong. Nothing's coming easy for anybody here.
No. This is real grinded out time now. Minute and a half left. Nets by 2. Tony with a spin move. And we've got the ball kicked, says Jack Madden. A kick ball. So a new 24 on the timer for the 76ers. No foul.
76ers won a timeout. They tried to isolate Andrew Toney, but good double team defense by the Nets stopped them there. And so the Sixers want to call a timeout and regroup here. Ever so important is this possession. 1 minute, 22 seconds left. A full 24 now on the shot clock.
Jim, I don't believe Moses Malone has had any relief at all in the second half. I believe he's played every minute of it. I can't recall him being out, and he has not scored here in this final period. He had 3 baskets and a bunch of rebounds in the third quarter, but nothing so far here in the final period. The Nets lead it by 2 points, just over a minute to play. 1:16 to go. Here's Moses. Dawkins right there with him. Moses is going in. He hangs it short. Battle for the board. Won by Jersey. Here comes Otis Birdsong. It's a race with Toney. Tipped up and in by King. And the Nets lead by 4 with a minute to go. On the tip up by King. Here's Cheeks at the baseline. Rebounded by King. Oh boy, what a sequence right there, and that really hurts. Cheeks going for the steal on Michael Ray Richardson. And Sugar somehow keeps that ball. He traveled. 38 seconds to go. Sixers get back. 38 ticks.